Okay, good morning to one and all. Okay. Okay, good morning to one and all. Take two play perfect information game. Today we'll discuss about two play perfect information. Here, what are the perfect information games? For a perfect information game, the agent take turns and observe the state of the world before acting, and each agent acts to maximize its own utility. The above reinforcement learning algorithm, for example, above reinforcement learning algorithm can work unchanged. Okay, an agent can assume that the other agents are part of the environment. That works whether the opponent is playing it to optimal strategy or is also learning. Okay, whether the opponent is playing its optimal strategy or it's also learning. The reason this works is that there is a unique Nash equilibrium, which is the value for the agent of the current node in the game. This strategy is the best response to the other agent. Okay, best response to the other agent. If the opponent is not playing its optimal strategy, converging to an optimal strategy, a learning agent could converge to a non-optimal strategy. Okay, clear? It is possible for an opponent to train a learning agent to carry out a non-optimal strategy by playing badly. Okay, and then for the opponent to change to another strategy in order to exploit the agent's suboptimal strategy. Here, okay. However, the learning agent could then learn from the better opponent. Okay. It is possible to use reinforcement learning to simulate both players in a game and to learn for both for two players. Zero sum, perfect information games. As in min-max. Here the game can be characterized by a single value that one agent is trying to minimize and others is trying to maximize. Here, in that case, an agent would learn Q of S comma A, an estimate of this value for being in state S and carrying out action A. That is Q of S comma A, SA. The algorithm can remain essentially the same, but need to now which player turn it is, and the Q value would then be updated by maximizing or minimizing depending on which player turn it is. Okay. The perfect information games introduction. Here, what are the different types of two-player perfect information games? Chess, checkers, Othello, Go, backgammon. Okay. This is the introduction to perfect information games. According to Zermelo's theorem, infinite two-player games of perfect information in which the players move alternately and no effort of chance. One of those three possibilities three. First one, first player can always win. Second player can always win. Both players can force a draw. For example, tic-tac-toe is known to have a strategy by both players that will force a draw. In 4 in a row, it is known that the first player has a winning strategy. Here, checks have not been solid. I think that the conjecture is that a draw can be forced. Okay. This is the two-player perfect information games introduction. Here, different examples of two-player perfect information games are chess, here chess is basically competitive two-player game, 64 square, 8 square. Here, each player is given 16 pieces of the same color. That is black or white. Here, chess example. Chess is basically a competitive two-player game played on a checkered board with 64 squares arranged in an 80 by 8 square. Okay. Here, each player is given 16 pieces of the same color, black or white. Here, these include one king, one queen, two rocks, two knights, two rooks, two knights. Okay, and 8 pawns. These include okay. Each of these pieces move in a unique manner. The player who chooses the white pieces gets the first turn to play. The players get alternative chances in which they can move one place at a time. The objective of this game is to remove the opponent's king from the game. The opponent's king has to be placed in such a situation where the king is under immediate attack and there is no way to save it from the attack. This is known as checkmate. Okay. This is the first example. Chess. Okay. This is example chess. Okay. Here two-player games. Okay. Which case characters are predominant when the solution of a game is the main target? It is concluded that decision complexity is more important than state space complexity. There is a trade-off between knowledge-based methods and brute force methods. There is a clear correlation between the first player's initiative and the necessary effort to solve it. Okay. This is the first topic here. To play chess. Okay. And next coming to okay. Next game checkers. Here checkers are draws a two-player game played on a checkered 8x8 square board. Okay, clear? Here each player gets 12 pieces of the same color, dark or light, which are played on the dark squares of the board in 3 rows. The row closest to a player is called the king row. Okay. Kings can move diagonally forward as well as backward. A player can remove opponent's pieces from the game by diagonally jumping over them. When men pieces jump over king pieces of the opponent, they transform into kings. Okay. Here, the objective of this game is to remove all the pieces of the opponent from the board or by leading the opponent to such a situation where the opposing player is left with no legal moves. Okay. This is the checker. Second game. Here, here some other 2% zero sum games with perfect information. 2% zero sum games with perfect information. Here zero sum means one player's loss is exactly the other player's gain. And so and extra. There is no way for both players to win at the same time. Okay, clear? There is no way for both players to win at the same time. Next game theoretic value of a game. That means the outcome, that is win or loss or draw when all participants play optimally. Here classification of game solutions according to LV Ellis, that is PhD thesis 1994. If they are considered solved, first one ultra weakly solved, the game theoretic value of the initial position has been determined. Next, weakly solved, for the initial position, a strategy has been determined to achieve the game theoretic value against any opponent. And next, strongly solved, a strategy has been determined for all legal positions. Here, the game theoretical values of most games are known are only known for some legal positions. And next, state space complexity of a game. That means the number of the legal positions in a game. And next, game tree or decision complexity of a game. That means the number of the leaf nodes in a solution search tree. Here, a solution search tree is a tree okay. A solution set tree is a tree where the game theoretical value of the root position can be decided. And next, fair game. Fair game means the game theoretic value is draw and both players have roughly an equal probability on making a mistake. There are paper, scissors, stone, and second roll a dice and compare who gets a larger number. Okay. And next, initiative, the right to move the first. The right to move first. And next, a convergent game. Convergent game means the size of the state space decreases as the game progresses. Here, the start with many pieces on the board and pieces are gradually removed during the course of the game. Here, example checker. Okay, this is a convergent game. It means the number of possible configuration, decreases as the game progresses. This is a convergent game. Next, divergent. A divergent. The size of the state space increases as the game progresses. Here may start with an empty board and pieces are gradually added during the course of the game. Example, connect 5 before the board is almost filled. Here it means the number of possible configurations increases at the divergent at one stage and then divergent at another stage. The most games are dynamic. Okay. For the game of tic-tac-toe, assume you have played X players with X being given. Then you have a possible of matrix 9x by 2 by 9 minus x by 2 x by 2. Different configuration. This number is not monotone, increasing or decreasing. And also productions made in 1990. Productions made in 1990. Productions were made in 1990. That is alias that as AL 1991. For the year 2000, concerning the expected playing strength of the computer programs. And next, double dichotomy of the game space, category 3, category 4, category 1, category 2. Here 3 means it's soluble at all, then by knowledge-based method. Category 1 means soluble by any method. Category 2 is soluble at all, then by brute force method. Category 3 is soluble at all, then by knowledge-based method. Category 4, currently insoluble by any method. Here convergent games, since most games are dynamic, here we consider game whose ending pages are convergent. Can be solved by the method of endgame databases, which we can enumerate and store all possible positions at a certain state. Here problem solved. 9 men Morris in the year 1995, a total of 7,673, 759,216 states. Here the game theoretic value is draw. And next Mancala games. A vary in the year 2002. Kalah in the year 2000 up to, but not equal Kalah 66. And a checker by combing end game databases, middle game databases, and verification of opening game analysis. And also solved the so-called 100-year position in 1990. The game is proved to be a draw in 2007. And next game, check end game, Chinese chat end game, chess end game. Okay. And coming to polynomial games. Polynomial games means place pieces inside a board without overlapping, and alternatively until one cannot place more. Pentaminoids, domineering. Okay. And next, Adela chess, Chinese chess, shogi, go. These are the different games. And next, coming to Othello. Othello or Reversar is a two-player board game which is played on an 8x8 square grid. Okay, with the pieces that have two distinct bicolor sides. Here the pieces typically are shaped as coins, but each possesses a light and a dark space, each space representing one player. Here the objective of this game is to make your pieces constitute a majority of the pieces on the board at the end of the game by turning over as many of your opponent's pieces as possible. This is the third game. Okay. Here this game, Mr. Burrows, Mr. Burrows Logistillo, Burrows Logistillo. Logistillo beat the resigning world champion by 6-0 in 1997. Okay. M. Bureau Logistillo beat the resigning, beat the resigning world champion by 6-0 1997. And next, weekly solved on a 6x6 by board by J. Feinstein in 1993. J. Feinstein in 1997. Okay. Okay, this is the fellow. Mr. Burrows Logistillo beat the resigning world champion by 6-0 in 1997. Weekly solved on a 6x6 board by J. Feinstein in 1993. In chess game, Deep Blue beat the human world champion in 1997. Next, Go. It is Go still in progress. Okay. Introduction. It is a strategic two-player game, Go, in which the players play alternatively by placing black and white stone on the vacant intersections of the 19x19 board. Okay. The objective of the game is to control a larger part of the board than the opponent. Here, to achieve this, players try to place their stones in such a manner that they cannot be captured by the opposing player. Placing stones close to each other helps them support one another and avoid capture. On the other hand, placing them fair apart creates an influence across a larger part of the board. It is a strategy that enables players to play a defensive as well as an offensive game and choose between tactical urgency and strategic planning. Here, a stone or a group of stones is captured and removed if it has no empty adjacent intersections. That is, it is completely surrounded by stones of the opposing color. The game is declared over and the score is counted when both players consecutively pass on a turn, indicating that neither side can increase its territory or reduce that of its opponent. Okay. Here, this is the more divergent game. Go. This is still in progress. Okay. Recent success and back through using Monte Carlo UCT based methods. Amateur 1-4 Q in 2018. Beat a professional 8 dan by having an 8 stone advantage. Beaten by a professional 9 dan by giving a 7 stone advantage. Amateur 1 Dan in 2010, Amateur 3 Dan in 2011, and next the program Gen Beat, a 9 Dan professional master at March 17, 2012. Here the first game 5 stone handicap and 1 by 11 point. Second game 4 stone handicap and 1 by 20 point. Here go 19 by 19 game. Locked and state space is 172 and locked and game tree size is 360. Okay, 172 and 360. Okay, go 19 by 9 game. The complex state space is 172 and game tree size is 360. Okay. Is that good? And next come to backgammon. Okay. Then what are the difference between state space versus game tree size? In 1994, the boundary of solvability by complete enumeration was set at 10 for 11. The current estimation is about 10 for 13 since the year 2007. It is often possible to use heuristics in searching a game tree to cut the number of nodes visited tremendously when the structure of the game is well studied. For example, Connect 4. There are methods developed for solving games, brute force method, that is the retrograde analysis, enhanced transposition, table methods, and also knowledge-based methods. Different types of knowledge-based methods are thread space search and lambda search, group number search, depth first group number search, pattern search. To search for thread patterns, which are collections of cells in a position, a thread pattern can be thought of as representing the relevant area on the board, an area that human players commonly identify when analyzing a position. Recent advancements are Monte Carlo UCT based game tree simulation. Monte Carlo method has a root from statistic, biasing sampling, using methods from machine learning, combining domain knowledge with statistics. Here, fifth one, backgammon. It is also a two-player board game in which the playing pieces are moving using dice. A player wins by removing all of his pieces from the board. Although luck plays an important role, there is a large scope for strategy. Although, with each roll of the dice, a player must choose from numerous options for moving his checkers and anticipate the possible counter moves by the opponent. Players may raise the stakes during the game. Okay. These are very, very important two-player perfect information games. What are the two-player perfect information games? Checkers, go backgammon. Then and also brute force versus knowledge-based methods. Here brute force versus knowledge based. Games with both a relative low state space complexity and a low game tree complexity have been solved by both methods. Category 1 and Connect 4 and Cubic. Connect 4 and Cubic. Games with a relative low state space complexity have mainly been solved with the brute force method. And next category 2, namely by constructing and again databases and 9-man models. And next, games with a relative low game tree complexities have mainly been solved with knowledge based methods. Category 3, that is, namely by intelligent heuristic searching, sometimes with the help of endgame databases, Gomuku, Renju, and KEA rogue games. Okay. Then what are the advantages of the initiative? Theorem or argument made by Singmaster in 1981. The first player has advantage. Here we have two kinds of position, P position and position. P position means the previous player can force a win, and next N position. N position means the next player can force a win. And next coming to argument. For the first player to have a force win, just one of the moves must lead to a position. For the second player to have a force win, all of the moves must lead to N position. It is easier to the first player to have a force win, assuming all positions are randomly distributed. And next can be easily extended to games with draws. How to make use of the initiative? A potential universal strategy for winning a game. Here, try to obtain a small advantage by using the initiative. The opponent must react adequately on the moves played by the other player. To reinforce the initiative, the player searches for threads, and eventually a sequence of threads using an evaluation function here. And next, force the opponent to always play the moves you expect. And thread space sets for threads only. And next coming, okay. Okay, here the knowledge-based methods mostly inform us on the structure of the game. Okay, while exhaustive enumeration rarely does. And next one, many ad hoc receipts are produced currently. The database can be used as a corrector or verifier of strategies formulated by human experts. Okay. Here it may be hopeful to use data mining techniques to obtain cross-game methods. Here currently not very successful. Okay, these are the two-player perfect information games. What are the two-player perfect information games? Chess, checkers, hello, go, backgammon. Backgammon. Very, very important topic. Second unit. And next class we come to class. We will discuss about the going. Third unit. Okay. start that. Last class we discussed about alpha beta pruning. Alpha beta pruning very very important. Okay. Alpha beta pruning. Alpha beta pruning very very important. Minimax procedure. Very very important. Minimax procedure. Alpha beta pruning. Two-player perfect information games. Very very important. 3 questions. Okay. Very 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 important in second unit. Minimax procedure. Alpha beta pruning. Two-player perfect information game. What are the examples of two-player perfect information game? Okay, these are the two-player perfect information games examples. Okay. Second unit. Alpha beta pruning and two-player perfect information game. Example, chess. Two-player. Okay. Only 42 members. Thank you to Ananda.